Hi guys, so this time we're going to go ahead and come up with a brand new diorama, kind of building off of our King Kong diorama we just got through building. If you need to, go ahead and take a look at that diorama build on our YouTube page. But now we're going to go ahead and stick with, some King of Titans, the King of all lizards. We'll go ahead and do a Godzilla diorama. So we'll go ahead and make sure we have all of our different items ready and make this an epic build. Stick around and stay tuned to see how we make the King of Lizards a great diorama build. Okay, so if you've noticed our theme, if you've watched any of our previous videos, we always start with the base. So not only do I start with the base, but I go ahead and mark out usually styrofoam or XPS foam for the base. So that way I can take a look and just see how the landscape's going to work out. You'll notice in this build that things change along the way, just like things changed with the King Kong build. Just kind of looking around and seeing how seeing what type of materials I have. Originally I was going to have the bridge go through like a tunnel, but changed a few things up. Wouldn't say necessarily made it simpler, but just making it to where Godzilla is going to be the main focus. So the terrain and stuff, of course, we're going to build it the best we can, but making sure that we build everything as epic as we can do, but also make sure that our Titan is front and foremost, and it about to wreak some havoc. Actually, we're not sure what he's going to do because you'll see how he's posted later on. And right now, just building up the sides of what's going to end up being. Both sides of the dried riverbed for our diorama. Originally, I was thinking about doing, another water scene, so kind of like a river and everything. But trying to make it a little bit different. That's why you'll see there's some holes in the ground. That was going to be where Godzilla was walking through, but just kind of changing things up a little. All right, and like with most things, we're going to go ahead and slap on some of our homemade mud. So I've been using the homemade mud for quite some time now. I believe we got it from another YouTuber, Mismash. That way we'll make sure that we give credit where credit's due. Now I've been liking using this tile grout, sanded tile grout, to kind of give some texture that we need. Adding our DIY flocking, as you saw with the different rocks and stuff. Right now we're just painting up the base. Painting up, ironically, you won't be able to see most of this anyway because it will be embedded in the ground. But now just making sure we get everything with a nice base coat. Just making sure everything looks good. Now this is our attempt at a road. So cork. I've watched several YouTube videos where they use cork as the actual like asphalt surface for the road, just kind of laying out our stripes. The best of my ability. Not that familiar with different road markings, but just kind of marking out the white lines for the outside, the yellow line for the inside, just enough just to give a version of our two-lane bridge, just to make sure that we that we give it a really good look. We'll be weathering it later on, but just making sure that everything's kind of masked off, so we continue with our look that we're going for. And the way this bridge is constructed, it's actually like an old train bridge. Went ahead, put a little piece of chipboard in there, just to make sure we get everything hopefully as nice and level as I can, so I can put our nicely built road in there, and that way everything will just lay flat. We'll just make sure that this is just a basic bridge that's going across a dried riverbed. We're going to go ahead and weather that up a little bit with some black wash. I'm sure you've driven on roads and you've seen that little bit of oil line in the middle of the road. So just kind of trying to replicate that. Also weathering up the lines, because this is not a newly paved highway. So now we'll just make sure that all of that terrain we painted up, and we're going to do it our nice brown wash. Same thing kind of as the road, just make sure we weather it up a little, give it a little bit of unevenness, dirtiness to it, and that way we'll make sure that everything looks good. All right, we're going to go ahead and attach our bridge to our terrain. So as you see, we just go ahead and slap it down to the base, and you'll notice that, of course, the actual bridge footing goes down below the terrain. So this will later on be filled in with rocks and stuff. So not only to give it a sense of realism, but also to give it a sense of stability. So we want it to be stable in the build as well. Setting in Godzilla, where he's stationed. Originally, we were going to cut his tail off, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we want the tail lopped off. So just kind of made some room for the tail to stick out. Now just kind of settling him down with some super glue. He is pinned down with acrylic rod and hot glue. So now we're going to go with some glamour shots. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll talk to you later.